I don't think Jon Jones is ducking Tom Aspinall, man. And I already know, you know, I don't think anybody gonna agree with me, but I feel like it's good to have a different opinions, with other people. But everybody in the MMA community is going to disagree with this. But I don't think Jon Jones is necessarily ducking Tom Aspinall. I think he just wants to get paid.
And at the end of the day, if I give him the opportunity to fight me, I want to be so compensated. I want to say it, I want that fuck you money, honestly. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. Or else, my life is perfect without him. I don't need him at all. And he needs me. And that's a good place to be in a negotiation.
He said that himself. He wants a legacy fight or a payday. Right? That's just my opinion, right? That's my own opinion. But let's get a few things, out the way, you know what I'm saying? So that I don't sound like I'm dick riding Jon Jones, right? So, first thing first. If Jon Jones wants to keep the belt, does he have to fight Tom Aspinall? 100%. He has to fight Tom Aspinall if he wants to keep the belt. Should Tom Aspinall be fighting for the belt next? Yes, 100%. I agree with that. Tom Aspinall, the next person to fight for the UFC heavyweight belt should be Tom Aspinall. But let's also get a few things out the way too, though. And to be honest, I might be wrong on this, but if I'm wrong, someone let me know in the comments, yo. If I'm wrong, disregard this, right? But I'm 100% sure that before Tom Aspinall fought for the interim belt, right? Jon Jones was already scheduled to fight Stipe. And then that's when Jon Jones got injured. And they had to reschedule that. And then I think when they had to reschedule it, all that bullshit, that's when Tom got scheduled to fight for the interim. So that fight was never scheduled in the first place. Right? Let's get out of the way. That was never scheduled in the first place. So you can't duck something that was never scheduled, that was never talked about before you fought your last opponent. So, okay. So, so my thing is, right, it's like people don't like Jon Jones, so that's why they want to push this narrative that is ducking. And, a lot of people really don't like Jon Jones. And to be honest, I understand, bro. I'm not about to sit here and try to... People don't like him because of the shit he's done outside the UFC, like all the terrible things he's done. And I'm not about to sit here and dick ride him like, oh yeah, like that don't... yes, the shit he's done, bro, is unexcusable. I agree with you 100%. That makes him an unlikable person, 100%. My whole thing is, we cannot act like, cause yo want to be so, I don't even understand, bro. It's like people forget the shit that Jon Jones has done, bro. Let me just remind you, right? Let me give y'all motherfuckers a quick reminder real quick of Jon Jones' accomplishments. Alright, bro. Let's go down the list, man. He got the most wins in UFC title fights. He got 16 UFC title fight wins. He got the most successful title defense in UFC history with 12 title defenses. And then he was the youngest UFC champion ever. He became a UFC champion at the age of 23. So my thing is, right, let's not act like Jon Jones is not that guy. That's all I want to say, right? When it comes to MMA, you can dislike him as a person. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? That's cool, bro. I'm not about to sit here and try to tell you to like Jon Jones. I don't think he's a great person either. A lot of people hate him, right, for the shit he's done outside the UFC. But then they go and praise our boy Conor McGregor, like motherfuckers still going, like if Conor McGregor was to come back and fight today, he will probably be the biggest pay-per-view of this decade. He will probably do the most numbers. People will call him the greatest, this and that. People will glaze him up and down. But then people just want to hate Jon Jones for the shit he do, which is okay. You don't gotta like him, but like, you don't have to try to discredit his accomplishments. He is the greatest. So my whole thing is him wanting to fight Alex Pereira, right? You know, I don't want to make this too long, but him wanting to fight Alex Pereira, I think it's more of like, man, I've done everything in this sport. Let me have a legacy fight. Let me have a big fight. Let me have an entertaining fight. That's what he wants. He said it himself.
I'm at a place now where, like I want to take what I find to be super fights. I don't want to fight dangerous up-and-comers anymore. I want to fight dangerous, established champions. So Tom can have the heavyweight championship. I don't really care about it. That my value doesn't lie in belts anymore. I've created something much bigger. I want Pereira.
He wants a legacy fight. Him fighting Alex Pereira is more of a legacy fight than him fighting Tom Aspinall. I'm not trying to discredit what Tom Aspinall has done in the heavyweight division, man. As of right now, besides, to be honest, I'll even say it like this. As of right now, Tom Aspinall is the best heavyweight. I would say that. I'll be 100% honest. Right now, he is the best heavyweight. There's no denying that, right? We can all agree on that. But Jon Jones, with what Jon Jones has accomplished, him fighting Tom Aspinall does not gain him anything. Him fighting Alex Pereira, that's a legacy fight. That's a money fight. But let's take a couple steps back. Jon Jones himself said that he would fight Tom Aspinall if they gave him fuck you money.
Will there ever be a Jon Jones Aspinall fight?
No, more than likely no. I think the only way that we do it is if Dana and Hunter give me a check that really changes my mind.
So I'm assuming he probably wants 20 million, 30 million maybe. And the UFC should give it to him. Because, you know what? Maybe I'm just a guy that be yapping, cool. But even the MMA guru said it. They should give Jon Jones, the MMA guru said 40 million.
I would say UFC, even if it is 40, 50 million, I can drop it once on a fighter. Jones is the fighter to drop it on. But they should drop a 40 mil drop on Jones because it's for the health of the heavyweight division.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll ever get that, but the UFC giving Jon Jones 40 million will work out for both the UFC, for the UFC, for Tom Aspinall, for the heavyweight division, and for Jon Jones. That shit will work out for everybody, because think about it like this, right? Jon Jones versus Tom Aspinall will be the biggest heavyweight fight ever. That's point blank, period. Jon Jones versus Tom Aspinall will, if let's just say Tom Aspinall wins, the UFC will have a big, that would just catapult Tom Aspinall to a whole different level. Like anybody that beats, especially Tom Aspinall is young, by the way, so anybody young that beats Jon Jones, that's just going to catapult your career to a whole different level, because you have just beat a guy that's been unbeaten. So that's just going to catapult your career to a whole different level. So Tom Aspinall gains, the UFC gains by having a very marketable heavyweight. Because as of right now, if you're going to be honest, the UFC heavyweight division, who is a big name? Who can sell a lot in the heavyweight division right now besides Jon Jones?
But at heavyweight,
there's nothing.
There's nothing. There's literally nothing going on at heavyweight.
It's not many names. So The USA will gain a lot. Tom Aspinall will gain a lot. The heavyweight division overall, I mean, that's the same as the UFC gaining, but the heavyweight division overall will just make more opportunities. And so I think it just makes sense for him to say, I want fuck you money, because this might be his last fight. He should be able to make a lot of money. I don't understand why people don't get that. So him fighting Alex Pereira. So let's say he wants 30 million or 20 million to fight Tom Aspinall. For him to fight Alex Pereira, he might maybe say, we'll just go by the pay-per-view numbers, whatever the pay-per-view is, He will still make a good amount of money. He'll probably make the most money he's ever made in his career. So, and also that would be a beneficial fight for him, for his name, because it should be Alex Pereira. You just one of them. Like anybody that's ever beat Alex Pereira, you just one of them. It don't matter. Israel Adesanya is one of them. So if John Jones beats Alex Pereira, it just makes it's much better for him, because Alex Pereira he's a champ in the middleweight. He was a champ in middleweight, a champ in light heavyweight. Tom Aspinall was just Tom Aspinall. He beat a bunch of guys. He got a couple losses. He got 2 losses. So it's like, bro, like realistically thinking about it as a business move, Jones gets paid a lot of money. I think he'll fight Tom Aspinall. Jones doesn't get paid a lot of money. He'll retire, because he's not gonna. If he loses to Tom Aspinall, it's like you lost to like a nobody. Like I don't think that's worth it. Like, and a lot of y'all, and I get it. Like me as a fan, right? Let me just end this video by saying this. This is the last thing I'll say, right? As a fan, I do want to see the fight. I do want to see John Jones fight Tom Aspinall, man. That would be a bang off a fight, and I feel like it will really put Tom Aspinall on a whole different light. And if he wins, it will really show. Because Tom Aspinall is a great fighter. Don't get me wrong. It might sound like I'm hating this whole video, but Tom Aspinall is the best heavyweight right now. Yes, he's the best heavyweight right now, in my opinion. So, that fight makes sense. If John Jones wants to keep the belt, that fight has to be next. But if they don't want to pay him the money that he wants, I don't think he's going to do it. And if they don't want to make the Alex Pereira fight, I don't think he's going to do it. But yeah, I mean, I think give John Jones the money, or give him Alex, or he going to retire. But man, with all the glazing Dana White be doing to John Jones, give him what he wants, man. You can't glaze a nigga for nothing, bro. Come on, man. Make something happen, bro. Pay up or give him Alex, bro. Like either way, bro. And you know what? I might just say one last thing. I'll end this video after this. I promise. To y'all who like y'all don't want to see Alex versus John Jones, crazy. You're crazy, bro. You're crazy, because that would be a great fight. So if you don't want to see that fight, you're just fucking crazy. I'll end the video right here. Like, subscribe, comment. Let me know how you feel about my dumb MMA take. Love, yo.